Hey guys, it's Shorzo here and welcome back to another Starfield video, and today I'm going to be building on Mars, and this is part of an ongoing series where I build outposts across the whole of the solar system on planets that we are very familiar with. So I've already made a cargo pad extension and a landing pad extension. I've also built a base without an airlock, and I've built a base on top of a mountain as well. But this time I'm going to be building on a flat area, purely just using the prefabs, and see if we could make something interesting out of them. So just landed on Mars now, which creates a nice flat area for me to build on. And I've also landed next to a couple of pre-existing buildings, and there's a really cool one over there with like a massive gun on top of it. Now I'm not going to just connect a few prefabs up and then I'm done. I want to make it interesting for you guys. So what I'm starting off with is I want to get two prefabs as close as possible without them actually being connected. So what I've done is connected a couple of prefabs together, then built away from it so I can adjust that position. And because it was previously connected to it, I'm still able to keep the same height as the other prefab. But all I'm doing here is bringing it back so it gets closer and closer without the snapping. Obviously these buildings will be separate, but I'm thinking about putting a window in between them so when you're inside you can actually see through the glass into the other building. I think that's the closest we're going to get it now, that's perfect. And it's the same height as well, which is good. And there's a gap in between these prefabs underneath, but I want to make use of that. I want to build a hallway going across underneath. And to do this, I'm putting a prefab as flat as possible and kind of just aiming it in there. And as you can see, it perfectly just goes straight through. I really like how this is coming along because it's becoming like a really nice compact settlement where I'm making use of all the spaces. So now I can put a prefab around the back here, right up tight against it. And now I can delete that original prefab that I was using, as well as these hallways sticking out the front. And as you can see, my outpost is actually perfectly in line with my ship, which is pretty cool. I actually made a video building this ship if you want to go check that out. I'm going to put down a few airlocks now, and I've changed my mind about the hallways. I'm going to stick them back out because they sit nicely underneath the staircase there, and that's going to be the entrance for the back prefab. I'm going to put another airlock there as well, so that's all separate. Put a few windows here and there just to open everything up. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks so far. Of course I'm going to be adding some stuff onto it, but I just want to quickly showcase what it looks like now, because I also want to show you guys how much of a difference it makes just putting little bits and pieces around your outpost. Starting off with something simple, just putting a couple of storage boxes here and there. They do a really good job of bulking out your outpost and just giving it a bit of character. And of course I'm going to put a scan booster on top, because who doesn't want a cool radar on their outpost. I'm also going to put some power down, put some solar arrays here. I don't need that many because it's quite a small outpost. And I want to put some massive lights on top of these airlocks. And they do make a massive difference to the place, in a good way. And I'm going to put a small one on top of this airlock because having three of those big lights will look a bit silly. And round the back here, I'm just going to put a wind turbine, just the one will do. I'm going to put down some more lights actually, why not? I will be showing you guys what this place looks like at night, and it does look really cool. How are you guys finding the outpost building at the moment? I have my opinions, and I will be talking about those opinions in the tour. I have some good things to say, also some bad things to say. Anyways, I've changed my mind about this prefab. I actually want to switch it to a science hub, because you can't really do a lot of the glass ones, whereas the science hub you can make it into like a workstation, and the other two prefabs are just going to be living quarters. And that's the build finished now. I've only got 3 prefabs to decorate, so I'm really going to take my time and put some effort into it. Thank you very much for watching the build, and if you're enjoying the video so far, please be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you in the tour. So welcome to the tour, and I can't wait to show you this one. We're going to start with the left side first because that's the main living area, and it's my favourite part of the build as well. I've put a couple of signs in this airlock because I don't really like leaving them empty. So every build that I do, I like to change up the layout with the decorations every time. I haven't run out of ideas yet, but I reckon at some point I probably will. But in terms of like actual building stuff, I am running out of ideas a little bit in regards to that, because we've only got these prefabs to use really, and yeah, this video is I've kind of showed how to be a little bit creative, but you can't really be creative with the prefabs that much in terms of like the building system in Fallout. There are good things to this game though, like the decorations just blows it out the park compared to Fallout. You can really go to town with it. As you can see in this build, like you can really like change a lot with the decorations. So yeah, a bit unfortunate, but I'm hoping things would still change in the future, so yeah, let's move to the other building. And I'll also give you a couple of shots at night as well to give you an idea of what it looks like. I like the red lights glowing out of the airlocks because it's quite a red planet, it just gives it a cool vibe, do you know what I mean? Yeah, moving on to the other room. This is where people mostly sleep. It's more of a mix and match here, so you've got a workstation, like they're working on turrets here. You've got like a little living area. There's a desk over there with a computer. So yeah, just mixing it up a bit. I do like these beds actually because they've got like cool like little pockets next to them. I've put a couple of shelves above them as well. Little work desk. And yeah, my friend Sam died recently, so here's a little memorial. I do like his outfit, I do actually wear it usually, so for this video I'll put it up on a mannequin. So space station workshop there. Yeah, pretty pleased with this one. So yeah, let's move on to the workstation around the back. So yeah, this is the workstation. And yeah, as you're probably aware, I put down a load of hallways, so there's like a long corridor down here, which looks pretty cool. Yeah, you wash your hands before you go to work, and I've tried to keep the hallway as clean as possible. Put a few pictures up, so... And I don't know why, but it flickers every time I walk down here, which is annoying. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. To my right's an industrial workbench. I've put down one of those bins and just chucked a load of junk in there. I've put down a set of drawers and put like a foam mattress on top to make it look like a medical bed. And yeah, it works pretty well. I've also cornered off some drawers here to make it its own area basically. I can't really specify what areas for what, I've just put a load of junk in here. Relevant junk, so anything like medical. Put some signs on the schematics there just to add to it. I've put a fridge around here as well to put some medical stuff in there and some food. I've also put my mission boards in here as well, because why not? You got a nice view as well. But yeah, that's the tour pretty much finished now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.